Right now, there is a version of your life you have imagined more than once. A better job, a business you almost started, a move you almost made. You have the ability, you probably even have the plan, and yet you are still here. This is not about laziness. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman spent decades studying why capable people stall, and what he found has nothing to do with intelligence or ambition. It has to do with a wiring flaw so old it predates language itself. Your brain was not built to maximize your gains. It was built to avoid your losses. Kahneman, alongside his research partner Amos Tversky, discovered something called loss aversion. Losing $100 feels roughly twice as painful as gaining $100 feels good. Your brain does not weigh risk and reward evenly. It tilts the scale hard towards staying exactly where you are. That tilt did not come from nowhere. For most of human history, a bad decision did not cost you money. It cost you your life. A risk that failed meant starvation, exile, or death. So the brains that survived to pass on their genes were not the boldest ones. They were the most cautious ones. The ones who stayed close to the group, avoided unnecessary danger, and never gambled on anything they could not afford to lose. You inherited that brain. Which means every time you hesitate before sending the email, before quitting the job, before asking for the raise, you are not failing. You are running software designed for a world that no longer exists. There is a second mechanism working against you, one identified by economist Richard Thaler, called the status quo bias. Your brain treats your current situation as the default, the safe baseline, simply because it is familiar. Not because it is good, just because it is known. Change, any change, registers as a threat before your brain even evaluates whether that change might actually help you. This is why people stay in jobs they have outgrown. Why people sit on ideas for years without acting. Why the version of your life you have imagined keeps getting pushed to next month, then next year. It is not that you lack the ability. It is that your brain is charging you an emotional tax on every step away from where you already are. And it has been doing this since long before you were born. Here is the part that should change how you see yourself. The people who do make the leap, the ones who start the business or take the risk that pays off, are not wired differently at a fundamental level. Studies on entrepreneurial psychology, including work compiled by researcher Sarah Saunders, suggest that successful risk takers do not feel less fear. They simply act while the fear is still present. They have not solved the wiring problem. They have just stopped waiting for the fear to disappear before they move. That is the entire trick. There was never a version of you that was supposed to feel ready. Your ancestors who survived did not feel calm before danger. They felt fear, and they moved anyway when the moment demanded it, because freezing also had a cost. The brain that kept you cautious also kept you alive long enough to read this sentence. So the move you have been waiting to make was never blocked by a lack of ability. It was blocked by a 500,000-year-old alarm system, mistaking a job application for a saber-toothed cat. Right now, there is a version of your life you have imagined more than once. The only thing standing between you and it was never your capability. It was a warning system that does not know the difference between danger and opportunity. And now you do.